Good morning. Welcome and Shana Tova. I'm so happy to welcome all of you here this morning for our Yom Kippur services. Far different from what we have become accustomed to over the years, but meaningful and timely, we hope nonetheless. Although we are not in a theater or a conference room or even on Zoom together, and I have Alaska out my window at the moment, I welcome you and thank you for inviting me, my dad, and the pieces of present and past Shema Kolenu services as we mark our 11th year of offering these services to the South Florida community and beyond. We find ourselves still navigating the most challenging times, but hopefully we look to the new year for healing, clarity, and promise. As we prepare to bring 5781 to a close and welcome 5782, I want for you, my community, to experience that which I want for myself, a cleansing, a renewed hope, a vision of that which is good in the world, and to be held gently in a space that says, come here, be here, and to say in response, as God said when he created the world, this is very good. We gather together each year to usher in a new year, to release that which no longer serves us, to look forward to the coming year together with hope and optimism, and to set our intentions for the year. And as we do so, it does feel good to be part of a community, as part of a congregation. This is a congregation. Whether we are in person or on Zoom, or you don't even know me, but you found and played this recording, the fact that we have connected in this time and space makes us community. Community is defined by a group of people who come together for a common purpose, and we are all here to experience and share our hope for the promise of this coming year. I know that as Jews, we are better when we observe and worship together rather than alone. Today, I welcome you as we lift our hearts in prayer for a better year, a happier and healthier year, and a new year filled with promise. When I was young, my favorite day of the year was the day we went shopping for back to school. Everything was new. The notebooks, erasers, the markers, pens, and crayons, ready to be used, ready to create masterpieces. I knew with that fresh notebook and new crayons and pens that I had the potential to get great grades, make beautiful artwork, and be the best new version of myself. Sure, the year went on. Some crayons broke or got lost. The notebooks got messy, and sometimes the grades were better than others. But every year we returned to the store, got new supplies, and the promise for a better year laid right in my hands. Today we look to the new year with fresh supplies and a blank canvas. We know we have the power in our hands to make this a different year. But the important thing is that instead of setting an expectation of an outcome, that we set our intentions for the way we just want to show up in the world. I've learned that expecting something specific to happen just because I want it to will only lead to the most epic disappointments. But when I begin to release my expectations of how things must turn out in favor of setting the intention for who I want to be, the world becomes a better, easier place to live in. So welcome to 5782. As we begin our worship today, please join me as I set the intention to lead this community with my whole heart, to be part of something important, something that is positive for Judaism, positive for each other, and positive for ourselves. Please join me in releasing the expectations of others that they should or shouldn't do something, and rather focus our energies on our own intentions, not the actions of others. Yom Kippur is about teshuvah, returning, and we are commanded to return to our highest self, the highest self created in the divine image. As Jews, we are taught that on Yom Kippur we are judged, and it is decided who will live and who will not, who will have a good year and who will not. And while I believe it is up to each of us to decide what we believe personally, I will share that as a Jew, I am also commanded to question and wrestle with what we are taught, so that I can find that sweet spot of harmony with our Jewish teachings and with that which I call God. I don't quite believe that there is a being outside of myself who judges, but what being created in God's image tells me is that I am a piece of God, that rather than being outside of me, God is inside of me, and I must return on the inside to the truest aspect of myself, to focus more on the intention of my soul rather than the actions and forgiveness of those around me. So I want to create the holiest of spaces this year, to reflect, to pray, and wipe the slate clean,